It was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. I had saved for months, dreamed of this adventure for even longer, and finally, I was standing on a beach in Bali, the sun setting over the horizon, the salty air filling my lungs. But that moment, that perfect moment, quickly turned into a nightmare. I had been feeling a little under the weather for a day or two. I chalked it up to the long flight, the jet lag, the change in food. Nothing to be too concerned about, right? But by the third day, it hit me hard. I woke up with a fever that felt like it could melt my bones, a relentless headache that wouldn't go away, and my stomach was in knots. I tried to push through it, because who wants to let an illness ruin their dream vacation? But as the hours passed, I realized I wasn't getting better. In fact, I was getting worse. So I did what anyone would do in that situation. I called the hotel reception, asked for the nearest doctor, and hoped for a quick fix. And then it all went wrong. The doctor they sent was a nice guy, but he was clearly unprepared. After a brief checkup, he said it was probably food poisoning and that I just need to rest and drink plenty of fluids. But when I told him I was struggling to even keep water down, he said he couldn't do much more without me going to a proper clinic. Here's the kicker, the clinic he suggested? It wouldn't take me unless I paid up front. No insurance, no treatment. That moment was like a punch to the gut. I was thousands of miles away from home, alone in a foreign country, and now I was stuck in this situation where I couldn't get the medical help I needed because I couldn't afford to pay up front. I was in so much pain I didn't even care about the money at first. All I wanted was to feel better. But I was stuck. I couldn't afford to pay the fees up front. And without health insurance, the options were slim. That's when I remembered something I hadn't even thought about until that moment. I had travel insurance. Honestly, I had bought it just for the peace of mind, not expecting to need it. But now, here I was, faced with a real emergency. I called the number on the insurance card, explained the situation, and hoped they'd be able to help. I won't lie, I was nervous. What if they'd find some loophole to deny me coverage? What if I just wasted money for nothing? But within minutes, I was connected to a kind and understanding agent who assured me I would be covered. They set up a direct payment arrangement with the clinic, so I didn't have to pay up front. The doctor saw me almost immediately, and it turned out that I was suffering from severe dehydration and a bad bacterial infection from the food. It could have been much worse if I had waited. But thanks to that call and the travel insurance I had in place, I was able to get the treatment I needed, and I didn't have to worry about the cost. I was so relieved. That whole experience really taught me something important. Travel insurance isn't just a nice to have. It's an absolute game changer when you're in an emergency abroad. When you're in a foreign country and dealing with an illness or injury, it's easy to feel completely helpless. The language barrier, the unfamiliar medical system, the fear of being stuck with huge bills. It's overwhelming. But knowing that I had a safety net in place, knowing that I wasn't alone in that moment, made all the difference. Now, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you this. I'll never travel without travel insurance again. If you've ever hesitated to buy it because you thought it was too expensive or unnecessary, trust me when I say you don't want to find yourself in my position. It's like a backup plan you hope you never have to use, but when you do, it's there for you. And that peace of mind is worth everything. I personally use Auras.insure. It's been my travel insurance hack, honestly. I found it after some research and used it for this trip, and I genuinely trust it now. It's straightforward, affordable, and I haven't had any issues. I've learned that sometimes, the things you think won't happen, do happen. And when they do, it's so much easier when you have something like travel insurance in your corner. So, if you're planning a trip soon, even if it's just a weekend getaway, think about that peace of mind. It's worth it. You never know when you might need it.